What's up, everyone? It's Mickey coming back to you with the video. I keep meaning to make more videos, and I don't. I know the last couple I made like angle the other way, but it feels less personal if I don't show my face. Also, I just realized like if I use this angle, I'm just rocking photo booth right now, but I get my cool White Sox card World Series team photo in the back, which is kind of dope. So yeah, I'll try to do this in one, but I might need to make this into like two parts. Went on a little buying purge recently, a couple weeks ago with on one singular eBay seller. Had probably like 8 or 9 cards I wanted, and of course I ended up buying like 51 because I lack self control. That is something we are 100% a lot better at. But again, I think spending an extra like 200 $250 on eBay auctions compared to um Mickey in a much different state of mind doing the same thing in larger amounts I won't disclose in group breaks in like 2 and 3 years ago. I think we're doing better in that facade. Anyway, so we got some fun stuff. um I don't even know where to start. uh So the main thing that I've been trying to do recently is mainly get Konerkos, some of the late '90s, like 2000s stuff, and I've been kind of more fascinated with refractors compared to autographs, even. And there was one card which has popped up. It's from 1998, Bowman's Best. His stuff out of 400 or even like the Atomics, like that stuff is very accessible. But the stuff out of 200 or less, like it's either exists but if it exists, it's like graded in 9 and it's being asked like 200 or best offer. And some of them could be like $50 or $60 cards, but like just asking that amount is crazy to me. So one of them, a second one of the ones out of 200 I wanted popped up for auction, and when I got it, I sent a lowball offer to one of the ones that was listed at best offer at like $1 more than what I paid for the one I just got on auction, and he accepted it. And so we got two of these. One of these, the condition is kind of rough, and I actually think that was the one I won on auction. It's not bad, it just like wouldn't grade well. Like the one of the corners is kind of messed up, but it was in the picture. I just did not pay close attention to it. And the other one, when I inevitably eventually decide to grade stuff, like would grade really well. So this is 1998 Bowman's Best, best performers. These are out of 200, and I have two of these: Paul Konerko and Paul Konerko. Not my absolute favorite of like the 90s stuff, but very very cool card, and I like picking up Konerko's. Burley is, I think, more of my favorite of the two in terms of just White Sox in my lifetime. But Burley's rookie year was 2000. In 2001, he didn't really have a ton of cards. He only has a Chrome and a Bowman base in his first Bowman rookie. Then he has one other random Fleer rookie. He doesn't even have any rookie refractors or anything. Konerko was a top-ish prospect, so he just has more stuff and isn't a lot of those like Bowman's Best, finest, even multiple years of Chrome. He has some Chrome anniversary stuff, golden anniversary stuff, and anniversary stuff, which I think is really cool. So there's almost just more stuff to pick up. And Burley, like Konerko signs now too, but starting in like 2019, Burley started signing in every single product, and pretty much a lot of his older stuff goes for the same as his newer stuff. So when it comes to Burley, I've just been mainly trying to pick up refractors and numbered stuff in that capacity. Anyway, also got this cool Paul Konerko numbered 12 of 20 from '09 Spectrum, and then for absolutely no reason, just because the same seller sold it and it kind of matched, I got the Derek Lee. Not a Cubs fan at all. I don't hate the Cubs. I hate modern Cubs fans that live in Wrigleyville, because I live way closer to Wrigley than I do to Bridgeport where the Sox play. but I just thought I'd get matching Konerko and Derek Lee's. They're also both numbered 12 of 25, which is pretty cool. I don't know why that exists. We got some other cool White Sox stuff. I didn't have a single Maglio Ordonez auto, and found a cool one out of 25 in a Sox uniform. I kind of like that. That's kind of cool. Then these are some dollar pickups out of 75 unlicensed, but our starting catcher, Edgar Cuero. Pretty good in some trade rumors because Kyle Teal is a much better hitter and definitely has like the all-star potential, but I'm hoping we can either convert him to like a corner outfielder, first baseman, because Cuero's a much better defensive catcher. Teal's still good, but you kind of need to have both of them in the lineup. Cuero also is like, at least his rookie year, he was like a 260 hitter, maybe like 5 to 6 home runs. So he's like not a bad enough. He's not bad enough of an offensive catcher to like only, to only play 50 games of the season. He's not like Martin Maldonado. I know he won, and he was supposed to be a big deal when the Sox got him, but so is everybody. That was a one-time All-Star, former World Series champion the Sox pick up. Curtis Mead out of 150, guy the Sox got from the Rays last year. Just thought I'd get one of them. And this was only a couple bucks. He was our first-round pick from a couple years ago, Jacob Gonzalez. And then this I actually overpaid by I think $7 because I thought it was his Bowman's first. It's still not an incredibly expensive card, so it's fine. But Hagen Smith didn't have an autograph of his. Wish I paid more attention to that one. Where do we go from here? Oh, let's go to some of the cooler stuff maybe real quick. Some other cool ones that I picked up. This is one that I bought for kind of no reason other than the fact I thought it was cool. It was already slabbed. Kind of like stuff like this, it kind of like goes for raw prices. SGC graded 4, Johnny Unitas, 1963. Just a legend, and I thought it was cool, so I bought it. And then probably the biggest card in terms of monetary value I picked up. Up until this point, I haven't spent more than $15 on a Caleb Williams, and other than the one I spent $15 on, I don't think any of them exceeded $6 because I want stuff of modern guys. I'm way more hesitant on picking up ultra modern unless it's just like a bunch of $3 cards that I'm gonna hold as bullshit investments, This one, it's probably quantified more as mid-end, but it's a high-end Caleb Williams to me, and this will probably be the best one I have for a while. He's pretty good. Like, he definitely still has flaws, but he might literally be the best quarterback the Bears have ever had. Ben Johnson, a great coach. Definitely still, he definitely still makes mistakes, but the last 4 weeks compared to the first, 7 games, so much better. Makes the first reads. I know his percentage and efficiency isn't where you want it, but receivers are dropping balls, and he's still making mistakes. I think it's the way he throws. He gets a little bit ahead of himself, and I feel like he's kind of big on momentum. Like, if the first play of the drive isn't that good, then I feel like the entire drive isn't that good. But late in the games, he kills it. He's very up and down, but I think he's going to get there, and he is way better than what everyone was saying about him in the offseason. In comparison to J.J. McCarthy, Michael Penix, yes, Jaden Daniels, Drake May, clearly better. But maybe he's not the best quarterback in that draft, but he's good. He's at least good enough, so I'm okay with it. Anyway, Caleb Williams, PSA 10 pink preview from Optic, already slabbed, so I'll take that. I've never graded anything myself. This is a random one. Bought this for $4. It's out of 96. Don't care for this guy. I know he was a first or second round pick last year, but it's out of 96. It's a PSA 8, but it's slabbed and it's out of 96. I feel like this is a $4 card raw. So I feel like whenever I want to trade or sell this for whatever, it'll be very easy to move. So don't mind that at all. These two were kind of cool. These were COM-C pickups, and I picked these up because the second one I'm about to show, I think is worth the price of both of these together, if not more. So, and this one random seller just had two slabs, and these were it. So the first one, again, bought this for what the raws of this go for. 2006 refractor, BGS 9 of Ken Griffey Jr. Just super clean, and there is something to be said up, I think, about like modern, ultra modern cards that are nines that should be less than raw. And even though like 19 years ago is not like necessarily vintage, maybe by definition it is. I don't even know what the definition of vintage technically is, but like a BGS 9 of a card from 2006 is way better than a raw. And the fact that some stuff like this goes for raw prices is insane to me. And last one, this is the one that I think sneakily looking at comps of what like stuff of these go for raw in other numbered variations of this card, I think I got an absolute steal. This if anybody wants this card, like let me know. I just thought this was way too cheap to pass up when I was just perusing the apps. But out of 99 from 2004 pristine, I love old shit like this. Out of 99 green refractor, BGS 9 of Terrell Owens. Just a nasty little card right there. Love that. Where do we go from here? Here are just some other random stuff that I picked up. Don't really care for him, but Johnny Damon out of 25. I just thought that was nasty. Joe Alt out of 35, unlicensed, but a couple bucks, why not? I bought this for $1 for no reason. Chuba Purdy auto out of 10. I just thought it was funny because it was in my head. I'm like, oh, it's like Chuba Hubbard mixed with Brock Purdy. He's probably like the backup running back on like Boston College or something. I don't even know. Jason Tatum out of 75. Paul George out of 20. This wasn't a couple bucks, but it wasn't that expensive. I just thought it was cool. And yeah, I mean, say what you want about Paul George, Hall of Famer. Basketball Hall of Fame is the easiest Hall of Fame to make because it's more international and college based than like just the NBA. But say what you want. I mean, I know the last couple of years has been rough. He's been hurt, but he was insane before the injury. And also, like, people forget, literally 4 years ago, it could have been 5 years ago, but I think it was 4 years ago, he was third in MVP voting in OKC. He was insane. That was just 4 or 5 years ago. He's like a 7 or 8 time All-Star. Very good player. Obviously not all-time, but all-time if you use that term loosely. Paul George, the, I believe, Fresno State product, the Mountain West reigns superior. This was, I know he's our backup power forward, but this was like $3 or $4, so why not? Zach Collins, it's 5 out of 5. I don't even know what I think the green fluorescent sounds right, but I don't. There's like too many mosaic and select variations. I don't even know. These next 3 were very cheap collects pickups. I bought a card for one of my friends who doesn't collect cards. That was like a $10 card listed as $1 that I was going to give to him as a present. So I just got these 3 for like $4 together. Then I paid for shipping. Dennis Rodman, 89 Fleer. I have the Pippen and Jordan of this, so I thought that was cool. I know he's in the Pistons uni, but thought that was cool. 81 Nolan Ryan. Not terrible condition, but not the best condition. But Nolan Ryan's probably like my favorite all-time pitcher. That was before my time. That wasn't a White Sox. I wore number 30. Well, my favorite number I think is 8. Not I think, it is 8. But when I played baseball growing up in the 2 years I played travel, I wore 34 because I wanted to be a pitcher. And at least when I was in like 5th grade, I could throw fast. Then when I hit puberty, I wasn't able to throw any faster, so then I had to play like outfield and stuff. But I promise you, from like 4th to like from like 3rd to 5th grade, a little bit 6th grade, I was a dog. Like, I wasn't that good, but I could throw faster. Like, I think, like, I don't know what the equivalent was. Like, I could throw, like, 55 or 60 before most people. But then when everyone else hit puberty and was able to throw 55 or 60, like, they were able to throw, like, 65, 70. And I was, at that point, probably just throwing, like, 55-mile-an-hour ducks. Even to this day, if I can throw, I doubt I can throw harder than, like, 65. I doubt I can throw 70 even. But, like, there was a couple-year span back in my day. Played travel 2 years. Was not that bad, but I wore number 34 for Nolan Ryan. Roma Dunze, Orange Laser. Cool. Next. Oh, these are kind of cool. I should have shown these earlier. Same thing with Matas Buzelis. I have a couple like $1 to $3 cards of him. This one was more in the 20 range, but I just wanted one really, really cool card of like the young Bulls guy. I don't want to invest too much in young guys for PC because if they get really bad and I paid like $100 for a card, like I probably did with Mohamed Sanu and Allen Robinson back in the day, I would get really upset. But this is the red color match from Select, and it's out of 199. So I think for a while this will remain my best Matas Buzelis. So very okay with that. Now we got some other pickups. Some other Caleb's I did not have. I think this is like the Optic Purple Pulsar or something. True Mosaic. Just stacking the non-base, but also base that I don't have. I think I already have one or two of these, but the Silver Select, I just think that's a really cool card. Select Base did not have that, and then the Contenders. McNabb out of 299. I have the Black Pandora of this, so if I do end up doing like a set or Chase a Rainbow, it might as well just be that one. Now some Roma Dunze ones out of 125. I just thought that was cool. This card is low-key like really thick. Did not expect that when I got that in. Next we have two silvers. One of these I think is the sweet level, and one of these is like the premier or something. I don't know which one's which, but two Roma Dunze silvers. Then to match the Roma Dunze, DJ Moore, just orange on orange. Orange is my favorite color, mainly for Syracuse, but also like for with Bear stuff, like orange is awesome. Like I had an Alshon Jeffrey orange jersey back in the day, and I think before that I had the Rex Grossman. I bought a Joe Burrow jersey a couple years ago, but outside of that, I haven't bought like a new jersey in a while. Also, this is like $1. I thought it was cheap. I could be wrong because it's out of 79. I know we're in like the numbered bullshit era, but Roquan Smith, I know he's on the Ravens now, but one of the best linebackers in the league. And now we got some 90s basketball stuff. I just thought this was really cool. This was the only card when I got it. It was not in a top loader, so trying to put this in a top loader was incredibly hard for no reason. Star Date. I don't know if this is a cool insert set or not. I just kind of bought this because I thought it was cool. Sharif Abdul-Rahim, one-time All-Star. Shout out Sharif. This is from 1998, which is crazy because I assume this is from 2001 because it's Star Date 2001. But yeah, I don't know. Then I bought this for $1 straight up. Ron Mercer refractor from 99. I just like the old shine. I know he was a Bull at some point, but like there's really no reason for me to buy this. But I thought that was cool. Then I bought 4 of these different players, but 94, 95 finest. I'm sure all of you are familiar. That's the first year that refractors existed in any capacity. And they were super, super short printed then. It's not like you get like one a pack or even necessarily one a box like you do now. Like they were short printed. I don't know to what extent, but they were. And these were only like $1 a piece. Harvey Grant, Jeremy Grant, Syracuse legend, and Jerry and Grant's dad. And I believe Horace Grant's cousin. So that's... I just like father-son, like family history and stuff like that in basketball. Harvey Grant. Kevin Johnson, he was a pretty good point guard in the 90s, and then not Illinois D. Brown. Shout out Illinois D. Brown, though, but dunk on you, D. Brown. And then this I bought for like $5 or $6, which I thought based on those I overpaid, but I actually looked this up afterwards. This is like a $15 to $20 card, and apparently the seller listed it as a 1996 refractor, so that's why it went cheaper. The year was mislisted, but John Stockton. So in my head, I made up for overpaying for the Hagen Smith with that. And this is, I don't regret it, but this was like a $25 to $30 purchase. And this would be my equivalent of an investment. He's not doing that well right now. But number 1 overall pick of last year's draft out of 15, Zachary Richache. Just thought that was cool. One of those things that it's possible in 2 months, it's only a $10 card. But it's also possible in 2 months if he's doing really well, it's like an $150 card. So that's the way I look at that. So why not? And then dollar Jordan checklist. I don't know which Jordans I have and which I don't, because in like the last 5 or 6 years, every time I see a Jordan for $1 to $3, especially at a show, I just buy it. Which is about what they go for, but like you can't go wrong at any '90s even base Jordan for $1 to $3. But I know for a fact I didn't have this, and at some point I need to go through what I have or don't have and start trying to stock up on the rest. I'm gonna show these. No, I'm gonna do that last. And these were other. These were my prospect pickups, which are kind of darts, but I thought these were kind of cool. This is the Bowman Sapphire out of 50. Carson Williams. He's like a top 10 prospect in baseball. This guy got traded to the Nationals, but Ronnie Cruz out of 25 Sapphire first. This wasn't $1 or anything, but like I just thought it was cool, and it's not bad to have some sort of trade bait stuff like that. Kyle Stowers out of 125. This was actually like $1, and he was an All-Star last year, if I'm not mistaken. I believe he was in the home runoff in the All-Star game, so I think he was. Luis Marijo out of 75, and this was like $5. True Orange out of 25 first. He's not in the Guardians top 25 prospects. Stotty, this is probably yours eventually, but Rafe Schlesinger or something. Then two of the same dude, just a Cubs dude who apparently has some hype. I don't know anything about this dude. Wilfie De La Cruz. Maybe people are just buying his stuff because they think he's like Ellie's brother. Maybe he is. I genuinely don't know. I'm assuming he's not. Like, that's not. I feel like that's a pretty common Latin last name, but I don't know. Carson Benji out of 250, Mets top-ish prospect. Justin Crawford out of 250, Phillies top prospect. And Luke Dickerson. This was like $1. Don't even know who that is, but whatever. I was just buying shit to buy shit at that point. And last but not least, or actually 2 weeks ago at this point, one of my friends from college who does not collect cards at all texted me and was like, hey, I recently found my childhood card collection. Can I come over and like we can go through it? You can tell me if I have anything or not. I was like, hell yeah. And, you know, it was like a binder in a shoebox. Most of it was damaged and just like 90s, like 2002, like base cards. Some of them are cool. You know, like you have some like Hall of Fame names in there, but they're just base cards. You know, then he had like a bunch of SI Sports Kids cards and, you know, like a couple old Ray Allen inserts and like stuff like that. Like stuff that, you know, could be worth a couple bucks, but like nothing legitimately crazy. But I just remember I was like throwing penny sleeves and stuff at him. He's like, no, dude, it's okay. Like, I was like, nah, like you have like maybe 10 cards that are not trash and you should just sleeve them so they don't get damaged because all of these are already like a little damaged. But then he had 3 backyard baseball cards from 2001. Not like he had a bunch of the player ones like Mark McGwire, Sosa, Frank Thomas, but those are just like dollar inserts. But I'm talking like for the 2001 backyard baseball set, which is just from the characters from the game Backyard Baseball. And he had one of the guys, it wasn't Pablo Sanchez or anything, but like raw copies in worse conditions than the ones he had like sold like $60 to $80. And I was like, dude, I knew there'd be one. Like, you have something, like, this is probably only worth, like, $60, but, like, you have something. But it was actually in solid condition. I was like, honestly, dude, like, maybe grade this, because even if it comes back, like, a 5, you have, like, the highest graded card of this that already sells raw for $60. So it's like, that's, like, it would still sell for $60 to $80, but that's how you would maybe turn something that's that niche and rare into, like, an $150 card for no reason. But that was kind of cool. But he's a Rams fan, or was from St. Louis, so he decided to have a vendetta against the Rams once they left the city, which I respect. But I had an Isaac Bruce jersey card, probably like a $5 card or something, but I just gave it to him, and then he just started throwing like Bears and Bulls base cards at me. So we kind of just ended up making like a really informal like recess like trade, which I thought was really fun. So, trade recap, I traded him an Isaac Bruce game, like 2003 or something, like Fleer Upper Deck game used jersey. Could have been numbered, I don't know. And I got an Anthony Thomas rookie card. I know he was a big deal. I was alive when he was drafted, but like a little before my time in following the Bears. I got a Lemuel Stenson from 1991 Upper Deck. Who this is, beyond me, but that's cool. Then we got a Hawks Tony Kukoc. Definitely did not have this. Jermaine Dye on the Royals. See, this is type of stuff that if there was like a 5-10 cent bin at a show, I would be buying stuff like this. But I just don't go to a lot of shows outside of nationals, so I love this shit. It's just like this is stuff I'm looking for stuff to buy online. It's like this is stuff that I wouldn't willingly pay like 50 cents a card plus shipping for. But this stuff, this is like the core of collecting right here. Scottie Pippen on the Blazers. We got a Jalen Rose. And then the coolest one, which I would have given him for the Isaac Bruce straight up, because I didn't even know this existed. Definitely a Melo I do not have. But from SI Kids, Carmelo Anthony rookie in the Syracuse uniform. National championship winner. And yeah, like it was clearly torn from an SI Kids. Like the back is messed up, but I don't care. Like I would have given a $5-10 Isaac Bruce card for this all day. Like that's so cool. Awesome trade right there. And then, these are just like Syracuse cards that were thrown in with the ComC package. Oronde Gadsden base, killing it right now. Verdi and Low from Leaf, no idea who that is. And this is kind of cool. Justice Ross Simmons, it's unnumbered, but pink, lava, pulsar, whatever. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, so that's what I picked up. Hope y'all like it. I'm thinking of doing a cool set. There's like a second set now within that set, but that's a much easier set to complete. But I'm going to start with the hard one because I already have 4 of them. I think there's like maybe 30 total cards. They're pretty low numbered. I'll get into that when I get the cards in. It was a ComC purchase, so it's probably going to take another month to get here. But I found one of the top 3 cards in that set for what I thought was like half of what it would go for just lying there on ComC. So because of that, I think I like actually have to do it now, and it would look really cool. And it is a White Sox thing, kind of based on that, but actually a set. So that would be really cool. And that's kind of it. Bear down. Schedule's hard rest of the way, but you best believe I will be Super Bowl shuffling into oblivion. And just like that, the laundry needs to be turned over. Kind of an annoying sound, though, I'm going to be honest. But anyway, much love. Take care. Keep on collecting. Collect what you like. Yeah, just, I don't know, have fun. I don't really give the best advice. Just, like, have fun. I don't know. Peace out.